Okay, we're live, it says.
Hello.
I wonder if people have joined here because we are in a different video. You posted something, right?
I did not know.
Oh,
I asked you,
Yes.
and you said, hold on.
yeah, post it.
We are live.
There's one person. Let's see.
In a
Hello, there's
new
one person.
video.
Yes.
Can I somehow get the link for the new video?
Share. From Singapore. Hey, here, video link, copy.
You can send me via WhatsApp.
Hey, this one seems to be working, right? Can you hear us? Can you see us? So sorry. For posting now on YouTube the new link. Hey, from Stuttgart, now it works. Okay, all is good. We
Sorry
see and hear
about
you.
that.
Nice. So sorry. Nice. Here, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked on go live. I should actually have like a page that tells me step by step how to do this. And then the camera was not the right one. And then we freaked out. And then I closed it. And then I couldn't do it again. But here we are. So much for saying no technical issues for going live. Hey, from Bonn, look at that. Hey.
Grüezi wohl an die Schweiz.
An die Schweiz. Yeah. Wow, hey Sri Lanka, from Sri Lanka, sorry, not hey, oh my God, guess I'm a bit nervous, okay. So, hey from Portugal, I wanted to say obrigada, but that's not hello. Oof, so you might hear a bit of an echo this time, because, I don't know if you've noticed, but everything is empty behind us. Everything is empty. We have officially cleared our office. If you don't know what we're talking about, we're moving. We had this office for 6 months? 7 months?
Yeah.
8 months. And the time has come that we're moving, not only office, but also house. So that's very exciting. It has kept us very busy in the past days.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. Who knows that one can have so many things.
I've got moving injuries.
Yeah, Ivan cut herself putting our desk together. Hey from Somalia, hello from Bremen, India. High quality picture, one for Portugal. Yeah, okay. Wow, so glad that you're here. Thank you.
From the Netherlands. Hello.
Yeah, and the circus box is there. Good catch, Fanny. I actually put it there just for you. That's usually where we keep our microphones. So since we have the microphones. Thank you, Julio. Merry Christmas in advance as well. I hope you like our little hats. What's up? We went to look at Germany. Okay, hi from Wuppertal. Wow, more people joining, super cool. So what else can we say? You hurt your finger, right?
Yeah, but that's okay. That's
You've
happens.
Survived.
Yes, happens,
Yeah, so in the past weeks, actually days, we've been packing tons, unpacking tons, throwing tons. It's been busy.
It's been busy, yeah. But it's been fun. It's been cold. Whoever's in Germany, it is one of the coldest Decembers in like the last decade. It's been snowing, it's been freezing, but it's been also sunny, so that's very nice.
Yeah, that's super nice. That is true. I would say I have never seen so much snow in Düsseldorf as we've seen in the past.
Snow?
Well, it's been close to snow. There's been white frost.
Frost.
Yeah, and a little bit of snow. It snowed a little bit. Berlin is here too. Hello. Thank you for joining. Can you send the app where I can look for a job before relocating?
Who are you cheering for the World Cup final? That is a very good question.
That is a good question.
Actually, I have my answer. Do you have yours?
I'm torn. One, because I kind of want Messi to win, because then, I don't know, this is so wrong to say, but then maybe because then Cristiano Ronaldo would be a little bit upset. That's like the only reason. However, I think France is a very strong contender.
I was going to say, I'm rooting for France.
But I feel like Latin America and me has to root for Argentina, you know? So I guess I'm going for Argentina. Yeah. Let's see. It's going to be tough, I think. Yeah, but would you say
the French, they all have the cold, so let's see.
They all have the cold. Ivan...
From the AC, remember how we talked about AC?
I was going to say, Ivan one morning says like, oh, by the way, did you know it has been scientifically proven that having AC all the time makes you have a cold, because the Mannschaft, the football players are all sick now.
Yeah, because AC is so strong in Qatar. Anyways, off topic.
Okay, what to do in Berlin on February except leaving? Yeah, we are not such a big, I would say, Berlin connoisseurs. What can you do in February? I mean, I would say Berlin
visit all the museums.
And usually in Berlin, like in bigger cities, there are museums that I'm not sure if it's the first Sunday of every month or one of the Sundays, they have free entrances. So you can do that. I would say Berlin is the mecca for museums and history and art, and I'm pretty sure there's tons of activities.
There's tons of culture.
I don't know if you heard of this app called Meetup, I think it's called. In Berlin, they use it quite often as well, and there's tons of events that you can also do. I'm pretty sure even some Germans go out for winter hikes if that's your thing and you want to join. I'm almost like super confident about that. How was the sauna experience? Good. I mean, we have a whole video about sauna if you want to check it out. But one thing you need to know is that 95% of the times, 99% of the times, 100% of the times, you're going to have to be naked in the sauna. But I think you can wrap the towel around yourself.
You can be covered with the towel,
yes. Yeah, that's also good. What are we doing for Christmas?
We will actually have our own time and family time with my family in different venues. Düsseldorf, Bonn. So we will be going around back and forth a little bit. And for New Year's, we'll be also with my sister and brother-in-law, and we will be celebrating in snow, hopefully.
In snow? For New Year's, yes, because we will be going to Norway for New Year's, yeah. And hopefully, I'm pretty sure, I mean, if this is cold, Norway's going to be pretty cold. Good job, Fanny, yeah.
But Tampa, Florida, we were there last year.
Yeah.
Well, close by, Clearwater.
Tampa, Florida, yeah, that's true. I hope you're having sunshine and it's not so cold. Yeah, what else here? So 24, we do a Christmas in our new house, actually. So we're going to celebrate the two of us. Because here in Germany, it's 24, 25, and 26 are the 3 Christmas days. 25th, we celebrate with your family. 26th, they come to our place and help us unpack and do some things at the new place. And 27th, it's Feierabend. What is Feierabend? How do you translate that?
It's like over, but that's not true. We still have more family time.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's family time, pretty much.
Yeah, and invite us for Christmas. We can do like a smoothly Christmas party. Oof. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Don't put ideas in my head. I already have like tons of ideas. That'd be super, super cool. Hi from Munich. So how about Christmas traditions? So here in Germany, I don't know. So we can talk a little bit about Christmas traditions. I don't know if there's any that you would like to share from your country as we're talking about it. What are Christmas traditions in Germany, would you say?
Let's speak from my experience, and they're very different from being a child or a teenager to nowadays as an adult, I would say. So as a child, we would always have a very traditional Christmas. We'd always have a real tree with real candles, as we also discussed in our Christmas video from 2 years ago. And as children, we would, before we have dinner, like in the afternoon, sit around the tree and sing Christmas songs. And actually, we would, when we were very little, we were still living in the old place. We would still go to church, which we stopped doing in the new place because the church close by we didn't like.
Do you go to church on the 24th then?
Yes, in the evening, afternoon, evening. Yeah, and then we would have delicious dinner. And since my mom loves cooking and is not a fan of the typical German cuisine, we would always have like a 4, 5, 6 course menu. So quite fancy always, yeah.
Yeah, which I would say I've heard from other friends and stuff that on the 24th, a lot of Germans actually eat the Kartoffelsalat mit Wurst, with sausage. Potato salad with sausage. I would say in Guatemala, I know one of you commented in the post that we did, if you visit friends and do stuff on the 24th, and that is unfortunately a no. So I would say for me, the biggest shock, I think we talk about it in the Christmas video that we have, is that Christmas in Germany, it's very, very quiet. Like, you know, the song like Holy Night, like, I'm not sure, Silent Night, Holy Night, yeah. It's really a silent night and a holy night. There's like, I think if you go out for a walk, you would be like the only one outside. So everyone is at home, I would say, with the family. And I would say it's very rare if you get invited to another friend's house for Christmas.
I'd say that may happen, definitely. If, for example, a very good friend is alone for whatever reason, that may definitely happen, that friend gets invited. But it's rather uncommon that you have friends all coming together to have like a celebration together on the 24th. No, it's really family time, yeah.
Yeah, that's really true.
And usually since the 25th and 26th are also official Christmas holidays. So no matter what weekday they are off. So there's no work happening those days. Usually, depending on how the family structure is already, you spend one day with one part of the family, like of a partner's family, the other day with another part of the family, and the next day you visit. other parts of the family. So it's really pretty much the days get split up and seeing as much family as possible.
Yeah, interesting. Here we have a comment that someone's Nico's grandma is German, and she tells stories of hiding in Christmas Eve because she was scared of the Krampus. So I would say, actually, interesting enough, the Krampus, I think it's a thing that only in southern Germany is most predominant, right? I haven't seen any references or anything within this part of Germany referring to Krampus, right?
We don't have the word Krampus. We have a different name, which I forgot.
Which is still not.
Knecht Ruprecht.
There you go. I'm not even going to try to repeat that. But also super interesting versus Guatemala, for example, the 24th. Also, it's a very family-driven day. However, during the daytime, you visit some other family members and probably neighbors, and it's in the evening for dinner that you are with your family.
And dinner in the evening? No. When we were in Guate, and he forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Dinner was actually at 12. So what happens is that you wait for midnight. It's kind of like New Year's, I would say. You wait for midnight, and at midnight you go out with firecrackers and fireworks.
And only afterwards you eat.
Yeah,
and beforehand we have like these little appetizers, and we thought it was dinner, but it wasn't enough for it to be dinner. So we were super confused how much we should eat, because it was a very long night with a kind of a growling tummy. And then when we were supposed to eat, too late. It was too late.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool, actually, to have that Christmas together in Guatemala. So I would say, traditionally speaking, it's a very quiet time in Germany. Here, someone is asking, what do you listen about German music? Rock or tech, Schlager? I'm struggling to explore Germany. So if you ask me, I love Schlager. But I love Schlager for multiple reasons. I think for the party scene of it. A lot of Germans are going to be like, oh, no, Jen, why? I just think it's a very cool music to also understand a little bit of German humor, a little bit the culture, and it's participating music. I saw there was a video that we were watching in German the other day on YouTube, do you remember? And there was a clip from a singer, a Schlager singer, and it says, like, most of the song starts with shalala, shalala. Well, mine start with shilala, shilala, or something like this. It was so funny. But anyways, what else do we listen to? To be honest, we listen to a lot of Latino music.
A lot of Latino music, but rock, yeah, but more like not metal, not the hardcore stuff.
More like the Totenhose.
Or like Linkin Park or Foo Fighters or stuff like
German,
that.
We're talking about German
we're talking about German music.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. What kind of German rock? Oh.
Well, the Totenhose.
That's not rock, that's like pop.
It's pop rock.
Anyways, so not really hardcore rock, no.
Oh, hello from Russia, from Anastasia. Hi.
Hello.
Also, Julio, he was asking about the volcano in Guatemala. So if you do not know, we have, I think, 17, don't quote me on the numbers, a few amount of active volcanoes in Guatemala. And one of them, which is very close to, a lot of them are actually very close to population and stuff. But one of them really started erupting super aggressive. It's always active, but this time it was uberly active for the past couple of weeks. And people have been evacuated and whatnot. And my family is fine. I don't have family living in Guatemala. I have friends mainly, but they're all okay. And mainly what happens, because they're all in Guatemala City, which is a few kilometers away from the volcano, is that you get ashes that rains, which is horrible for drainage and stuff like that. But other than that, everyone is doing good, at least the people that I know. Everyone is safe. Yeah. Thanks for asking.
But it's called the volcano. I'm speaking here Spanish in my mind and trying to speak English. It's called Fuego, and it's actually an attraction to see it spit lava when you're there. Like, it's quite impressive, but every once in a while it's a bit bigger. 2018 it was really disastrous, but this time it was luckily not that bad.
Yeah. Oh, look, we have a few comments regarding here the music. Anna Mai Kantara,
yeah, we talked about that last time already. Yeah.
However, like, would you consider that rock?
No, absolutely not.
I would consider that like rock.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you name like what kind of music that is? Kind of like indie music? Indie? I don't know.
I would just, generally speaking, it's pop.
Yeah. Rammstein, I tried to learn German by listening to Rammstein, and I couldn't, for the life of me, understand really the lyrics until one day someone explained some of the lyrics to me, and I was like, whoa, that is some hardcore stuff. And I stopped listening to Rammstein.
Where can I see Christmas candles getting lit in trees in Berlin? That is a very good question, and I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That is a thing? You can see Christmas candles being lit?
I could imagine that, yeah.
Yeah, also during this time, I've seen a few posters and stuff that you can go, it's super cute, to do mitsingen, to sing carols either at churches or stadiums or
stadiums,
bars and stuff. So that's also pretty common during this time in Germany, that you can join like an event, and they give you obviously the lyrics, I think, and you can sing along as well. Are we putting in an iPhone? No, it's actually a Logitech webcam. Why? Is the quality so crappy?
Well, at the moment it's a Logitech, but the videos are on an iPhone, yes.
Yes.
So
but
depending what you're asking.
Do you remember? Oh yeah, I also never heard it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so the outside of Behörde definitely is very slow at the moment, generally speaking. I think it's a mix of COVID plus Ukrainian war, of course.
Or refugees in
general.
general,
The war
right?
and then that causing refugees, of course. So yes, they are definitely slow and delayed. However, we haven't, in our direct environment, we haven't heard of anyone also, if we meet people, that they have been affected tremendously in terms of that their status got affected or anything. It's more a patience game, being on top of it, being demanding, I would say, to get the appointment. But what we know is that the interim paper that is being printed to kind of like extend your stay, even though you don't have an appointment yet, is being used quite a lot, which is not cool, but hopefully the government is working on it.
Yeah. I think also the also never heard it is kind of like a hot topic right now. One of the biggest, I'm lying now. One of the biggest, I don't know, but this City If magazine, is that a biggest? One of the biggest?
It's
a newspaper kind of show thing. They did a whole special kind of now for Christmas tackling Ausland Never Heard It, because from the German side, right? Like it's an Amt, it's an official office that if you have a German passport, you have no idea what's going on. So it's mainly only international people that have to deal with sometimes that very unpleasant experience. So it's super cool to see that a German kind of newspaper puts emphasis on some of the struggles and things in the bureaucratic process. So hopefully things will change. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Julio, also for the website. Thank you so much. Well, so I've heard, like, where did we meet? I saw a question.
We met in a semi. It's not a verein, like a Sportverein. It was about to be a Sportverein, so it was in a sports group called, where we played Gaelic football.
Very
Otherwise,
good.
I get told you don't pronounce it correct. Gaelic football, which is an Irish sport.
Which I am pretty sure they invented it when they were drunk.
I was gonna say it's a mix of everything: football, basketball, American football, handball.
Ping pong.
It's really a crazy game, a lot of fun, and that's where we met. Yeah.
Yes, that's where we met. Actually, our very first introduction went like this. Hey, I'm Jen.
You didn't say Jen.
Oh, I said, okay. Hey, I'm Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Yvonne. That was very serious.
It was not love at first sight, I must say. It was love maybe at 10th sight. What else do we have here? Oh, how about the Advents calendar? So Advents calendar, I got us an Advents calendar this year, and instead of just putting it full of sugar, I saw on Instagram an ad, go Instagram ads, about actually an Advents calendar that it was a mix between socks and chocolates. And I thought that was perfect because Yvonne and I, that's kind of like the benefit of having, I think, a same-sex partnership, that she wears the same sock size that I do. So I thought, ooh, we need new socks. I'm going to get an Advents calendar that kills two birds with one stone. It's an Advents calendar and it has new socks. So we open every day. Not every day we get new socks, but we get some chocolates and stuff. So we definitely have one, but it's not a traditional just chocolate Advents calendar thing.
Yeah.
And on another note, another very Christmas tradition, a very known Christmas tradition in Germany, is to bake Plätzchens.
So we baked we baked our own Plätzchen. It doesn't work. We need to lift them up. So this is a tradition we started in Düsseldorf with very dear friends of ours, and we usually bake Plätzchen at their home because it's a lot more Christmassy than ours, and they're just the better bakers. So we baked 2 different types of Plätzchen this year, and we have here our cute little moose.
I would say that's Rudolph.
It's Rudolph, yes. And then we have a cute little snake. And
why
then,
snail snake?
Well, I'm just being creative in wording. And so these are just buttery ones, and these they've soaked a little bit. They're not fresh. These are Vanillekipferl, which are quite popular in.
They're so good. I mean, this is like 95% sugar, I must say.
See? Same size shoes, also in
hetero couples. That's pretty cool. But sorry, I need to finish this. Once you start, you can't stop.
Do we have experience volunteering in Germany? Semi. I volunteered once at the Red Cross. but that was just a weekend activity for blood donation and raising awareness, but not long-term in that sense. However, actually, if I think about it, yes, for example, I used to swim semi-professionally as a teenager. And my dad, for example, would volunteer, and he was the bookkeeper of the swim club that we were in. And that was volunteering work on his side. He didn't get paid for it. So it's in German, volunteering is called Ehrenamt, and it's more in a sense of doing something for a community for free, which maybe it's your profession you usually get paid for, and not really in the sense of volunteering as I would picture it that you did in Guate, where you built a house.
Yeah, not more in volunteering. You mean in initiatives that help maybe
Correct.
the people in help. I think it is still possible. There's a few, for example, close to where we live, there's a Caritas, I think it's called, right? And Caritas has thank you so much. I cannot, STGR 99. Thank you. Any video to prepare for Germany winter? Okay, pause. Let me finish my volunteering thing first. And there they have a kitchen that they provide hot meals. I don't know. I don't think it's every day, but quite often during the week. And there, I'm pretty sure one can volunteer as well. We looked back in the day when there was a bigger refugee crisis to volunteer and as well. And there, unfortunately, the places were full. So even though we were looking into it, we didn't get a chance to. I have volunteered in the past in Guatemala by doing different things, but I think your question was more to Germany. So in that specific case, we don't have direct things. Maybe Project 2023 could be a little bit more into looking into that for sure.
Regarding your question for winter and dressing, we have two videos we released last year, November-ish. One is the clothes for winter, like how to dress for winter, and the other one is how to survive mentally. How do I survive winter mentally? There you go.
Oh, and talking about winter, we got a question on the latest short that we did regarding the knob on the heaters in German apartments. How do you do a proper ventilation of your apartment in Germany in winter? Ivan, would you like to clarify this?
So it's very important that not just in winter, generally speaking, all the time, but in winter even more so that you air your house, your rooms properly. And properly means that you open the windows fully so you don't.
So I would say step number one, I leave the room that's going to be aired. Step number two.
So how about you do this every morning and every evening when you brush your teeth?
Yes, okay.
So you're not in the room that you're airing.
Okay.
And that would also be the right amount of time. So again, you open the window fully, so you don't tilt it. You open it really, really full. Ideally on both sides or two different sides of the room so that there can be a really airstream going through the room. And you leave them open for 3, 4, 5 minutes. And that will change the air in the room without cooling down the walls of the house really too much. And that up to 2 times a day, that should be the perfect standard. It depends a little bit on the housing structure and how far that is really, really necessary to avoid mold or not. Because I would say not every German does that twice a day, like every day. But it's important that you do that not just maybe once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe twice a week or something at least, right? Minimum. Yeah. So I would say the first time I had close direct contact with this strategy was in the office. I think I complained about it also in the work culture one, where and it's tricky, right? Because then you're working like it's an open space and you work with others, and suddenly the Germans go for their coffee pause, a few of them, then they open the windows and leave. They just walk out. And then you're like, why did you open the window and why are you leaving? And they didn't leave just for like 2-3 minutes, right? It's sometimes 10 minutes and you're like, dude, and if you would want to close the window, I'd be like, no. And you're like, but I'm cold. And so that's how I found out about this Luftung thingy. What's your favorite holiday together outside of Germany? Oh,
you mean
like our favorite holiday that we've done together that is not in Germany? I think that's how I interpret the question.
Or do you mean like a general celebration? We wait on your clarification. Finding a doctor, regular checkup. We also released a video on that actually quite recently. So please check out our channel. And there we have a 46-minute video about, so we go very much into detail to answer your question there.
Yes. Also here, the energy crisis, hot topic. Are we freezing in Germany and dying?
Currently not. No, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's one of the coldest Decembers in 10 years. I actually remember exactly 10 years ago, it was also very, very cold and quite snowy. So, of course, we are using a lot of energy currently, and it seems to be okay. I mean, again, we can only report what media is telling, right? So, what do we really know? We only know what media says. It seems to be okay for this winter. Of course, the big challenge is going to be to fill up the reservoirs during next summer for next winter. So, like next year's winter, which the government is working on solutions. They have all kinds of different strategies and plans to tackle that, and we can only pretty much wait and see. There's not much we can do other than, again, reduce our own consumption. Definitely one of the reasons we're moving is energy consumption, because our old or current apartment is not insulated and doesn't have the best energy consumption statistics in that sense. So that was for us one of the main reasons to also look for a new place.
Yes, I would say in comparison to that, for example, we've been lucky enough that for the new house, we are able to move in 15 days beforehand, I would say. So we've had a chance to move some things and clean it up before the big move happens. And we turned a heater to 3 in one room. And then it was like warm. We're like, what? And I was like, I didn't know heaters could work this way. Because in our current apartment, we have the heaters in 4. And that's like supposed to be super warm.
It goes to the roof.
And it doesn't heat up as well, right? So it's been pretty crazy, the change. And I'm really looking forward to actually being in a warm house. But I would say we've been a little bit colder in our house, not because of the energy crisis, but more because of the insulation in our apartment.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead. Talking about electricity, next year the government, it's already decided, so there's going to be a cap on electricity prices. So the government is taking different steps in different areas to support its citizens as much as possible. There's also been money that has been given to employees pretty much from the government, as well as companies have the option to choose to give a 3,000 euro payout, tax-free payout, to battle inflation a little bit. So every angle is being tackled. That's all that we can say. And then we all have to kind of do our own part. But life here is we're still living. You just have to choose your spending a bit more consciously.
Yes, I agree with that. I feel like we've skipped a few questions. Hold on. So here I saw a question whether I can recommend from Kawora if I can recommend any IT in general or software development, in particular YouTube channels in German. In German, to be honest, I don't know of any. Let me think from the top of my head. I don't know of any YouTubers that I can recommend that are development. So I would say the terminology, it's pretty much the same as in English. There is no change. You still say push for Git. It's still called push. But in German, you say get pushed if you want to say it in past, right? But maybe it's okay also to learn German, business German, just to know things for meetings and stuff like that. But I would say terminology in the IT sector, at least how I experienced it, is that a lot of things are still spoken in English because you use the English words. So there's no specific server. I think it's still Server. So it's no big
server,
the server. So it's still not a big difference in that sense that I can remember. Also, I saw a few comments, or I think it's the same person. Maybe can't see your name right now. About a video about Visa. An EU blue card. So we will have a Visa video coming your way next year. So we have recorded it. It's now in the pipeline to be edited, and we will be releasing it next year. We don't only talk about the blue card. We talk in general about the different paths you can take, but the blue card is definitely part of it. Right?
And going back to your original topic, we also have a video coming up for coding and YouTubers and how to learn and things like that.
Yes.
So that's also going to be happening at the beginning of February, I believe.
What's our favorite thing? Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say there was a question about the New Year's craziness. Düsseldorf, Berlin. Yes, I believe this year it's going to be crazy again. I think it's allowed again to shoot fireworks, whereas the last years it wasn't. So probably it's going to be madness.
So be careful if you want to go out.
So watch our video on Silvester, which is already in our channel. We released 1 or 2 years ago, where we talk about the craziness and how to stay safe.
Yes, definitely. So what is your favorite Christmas movie? I would say my favorite Christmas movie movie of all time. I really like, although I haven't seen it lately, I must say, but this is like based on my memory. I really like Home Alone, the first one. But now I feel like if I watch it, maybe it's not so funny.
I guess not.
Yeah. But lately, I don't know. We could watch Harry Potter again. It's not a Christmas movie, but it has like a Christmas feel to it, I think.
What is our favorite thing to eat at a Christmas market? I would say that's probably the flamlachs.
Oof, and the raclette.
Ooh, if they have raclette, yes, where they have like the big cheese and they just scratch it. Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then you can put like some garlic under it. You will smell horrible afterwards, but there's like a bread, toasted bread. They put like garlic butter on it and then a melted cheese on it. Oh my God, that is my absolute favorite for sure. Christmas movie. Yeah, half an hour until the final cut.
Yes, so we didn't pay attention, and yeah, but we got reminded, thankfully, and so we were able to move the live stream forward. So we can also, I mean, you can watch the World Cup, and we can continue packing.
Oh, someone's asking, are we best friends? And since when? We are best friends.
We are best friends, yeah.
That's true, but we're also married, in case you didn't know. We're wifey, and also best friends. And since when? Since 2000.
Which one now?
Since we met, 2014.
How difficult was it to find a new apartment? To be honest, so of course we are way more aware because of Simple Germany and our research and all that we do, how difficult it is. But to be honest, it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't because we just took our own advice and were really, really prepared. I mean, we will also, of course, use our experience and create more content about that. But we were also not in a rush. That, of course, helps.
Yep.
We had the time to prepare everything. We were knowledgeable, and we just started looking, and it took maybe 1.5 months.
Yeah, 1.5 months. And strangely enough, the apartment that we took, it was not like, I think it's so different when you see listings online and you actually see a place live, because the places that look super amazing online, you were there and you're like, okay, yeah. But this one, actually, Yvonne is like, hey, should we go see this one? Because it looks kind of interesting. I mean, I'm not so sure. It was more like, we're not so sure about the pictures, but when we saw the place in real life, it was like, whoa, this is amazing. Can we please have it? So that's kind of like it worked out. So, I mean, surprises happen the more you're open, I think, to...
Alisa, thank you so much for introducing the drink to us. Oh, you're so very welcome.
Yeah. Did you like it very much?
Just to get everyone on board, Alisa picked up her smoothie shirt in person here in Düsseldorf and was right in front of a stand at the Christmas market of Feuerzangenbowle, which is different to Glühwein.
Glühwein.
No, I haven't had Glühwein. It's a very traditional German Christmas drink, and glad you liked it. So whoever wants something different than Glühwein, go for
the Feuerzangenbowle. Genau. Here, I will add to our list of ideas. Someone commented a video about Nebenkosten process.
Yes, good idea.
Nebenkosten.
It's being noted.
If I can write, Kosten. Oh my God, Kosten. Yes.
Yes, we actually did pay for the subscription process in ImmoScout24, the premium service, because that way you are always in a better position in the inbox of landlords or real estate managers, whoever is the contact person. So yes, we did do that.
Yes. And what else? When are you touring around Germany and talk about the wonderful places? Oh, you mean like, I would say we're touring around Germany next year, but more to do live events. We talk about this in our last video that we released of the recap, where we want to do a smoothly tour. However, I don't think we will ever tour around Germany to talk about the places in Germany, right?
No, that would be more vlogging, and that's not really our thing.
Yeah, so we will tour, but for a different reason. Also someone wrote here, I forgot, from Unterrad. Das English is nicht so gut, aber...
yeah, true.
And I wanted to say thank you for watching us and hello to Unterrad. I just wanted to acknowledge that. I had it in my head and then I forgot, but I remembered, I think. Have we ever been to the most beautiful city of NRW, Düsseldorf? No, sorry, Münster.
I have, but it's a long time ago.
I have not.
We should go. It's really pretty. I agree. It's really pretty.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's on the list. Do you have a very pretty Christmas market? I don't think we'll have time to go this year, but maybe next year. I guess if it's a very beautiful town, right?
Buying a house in Germany, we don't have a video on it yet. However, we do have a guide on simplegermany.com. So if you look there, up on the top right is search, and you can just search for buying a house. You should find our guide, and there you have all the information.
Mm-hmm. And how do you see freelancing in 2023? Preparing any new projects along Simple Germany? Simple Germany is a full-time gig, and we plan on doing more projects, but in the lines of Simple Germany. I think there's still so much that we can make videos about, projects for the website, So more in that line, I would say, right? Yeah. Oh, you already talked about the German. Did we skip any other questions up here?
In Germany, cinema hall, there is German language movies.
I wanted to answer that one.
Yeah.
So English movies, and we have a whole video about the movies, actually, because I had to talk about this topic. I love going to the movies, really. It's like I could go once a week. Yvonne doesn't like going to the movies. She could go once never.
Once a year.
Once a year. So anyways, but regardless of whether Yvonne loves to go to the movies or not, I could go to the movies once a week. I don't mind if I would go alone.
So my birthday gift to Jen is to go to the movies with her on her birthday this year.
What I wanted to say is that my rant goes into the line that unfortunately a lot of movies in Germany, at least in Düsseldorf, I think it also depends on the city where you live, at least in Düsseldorf, not all of them are in original version. So that means that they're dubbed in German. And strangely enough, if they are in original version, so in English, they are 3D, so they're more expensive. Like, how much did we pay now? 17 euros per ticket, can you imagine? And yeah, it's just harder, I think, in Düsseldorf to find English-speaking movies. But talking about my birthday, we're going to go watch the new Avatar movie. And that is one, I hope, of my birthday presents. The other one is baking a cake, right? Yeah. Yes, we are watching Avatar. That's, yeah, you see, you asked, no? We are watching the new Avatar movie, which we read. This is a funny story, actually, because we read it. It's a funny fact, I think. The movie Avatar is 3 hours and 10 minutes long.
Oh my God. Not looking forward to that.
But in Germany, whenever there's a movie that's more than 2 hours and a half, I think, there is, I don't know if it's a law or whatnot, but there is a bathroom break. So in the 3 hours and 10 minutes, there is going to be a 10-minute bathroom break that, you know, they pause the movie.
So we'll be like 4 hours in the movies because half an hour of ads beforehand. Oh my. It's her birthday. It's okay.
It's okay. It's for my birthday. Do you plan to hire students for part-time jobs for this channel or website? That is a very good question. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, we have considered that we need potential help to be able to do what we want to do because we noticed that our time is limited. Hence, we have found Julia, our video editor. We might continue going that route, but there is no fixed plan.
Yes, I agree. So it's still an open box. Oh, you saw it in Cinema Sand. Where is that? In what city is that, Jamie? And there was no break? I'm surprised. Maybe next time go to Sinistar, because there for sure you have breaks.
In Hamburg.
Well,
go Hamburg. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And did you have to take a break? I also read a comment from the director of Avatar that they asked him, and in which part of the movie do you recommend people going out for a break? And he was like, whichever, because whatever part they missed, they can watch it the second time they come around. So he's very confident. And Jamie, did you like Avatar?
Any plans on doing videos in Spanish? No, just like we won't do videos in German. The point of Simple Germany is to create helpful content in English to empower internationals. So at the moment we do that in English or Spanish, German or Spanish, we would exclude our core audience. So,
look at here, Pilar. Hello.
Ooh,
wow,
hello,
I didn't
Pilar.
know you were here. By the way, Pilar is a very, 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 very dear friend of mine. And she has supported Simple Germany from the start as well. And so cool. Glad you like the t-shirt. Now I'm all like shy.
Because you know a friend is watching.
Yeah.
Like
So
a real life
friend. As a queer person from a conservative country, can I approach people here for a date randomly? I would say, of course, I think it's yes. The answer would be yes, of course, as with any.
I would say it depends highly on where.
Listen to me. I would say like with any approaching someone for a date randomly, you kind of have to feel the vibe first, because I don't think it's a queer or non-queer thing that you might get a rude no.
Yes.
But that might just have to be with if the person is not feeling your same vibe, right? So I would say, generally speaking, you are.
Yeah, I would say it highly depends on the setting. My reaction was not for the queerness, more like on the can I approach someone? I mean, it depends on the setting.
Yeah. May I have more water, please? You have the water. Please make a smoothly cap. Oh, you mean like a cap, like a hat?
Like a baseball cap?
Like a baseball cap? Is that what you mean, Katharina? Please elaborate, because that would be quite interesting.
You can say cat.
Oh, cat, sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's an app called Run P. Oh my God, that tells you when to run to the bathroom in a movie.
Interesting. Okay.
That's pretty cool. Okay. About the process for applying for residence after arrival to Germany.
Not sure what you mean. If you're arriving as a tourist because you're from one of the countries that you can, then this is covered in our upcoming visa video. Actually, it's covered anyways because yes, we talk about also that you will need to apply for a residence permit within 90 days, and for that you need to get an appointment at the Ausländerbehörde, which is difficult. So ideally, you already try to do that very, very early. Onwards.
Yes, a lot of the Ausländerbehördes allow you to make appointments online, so definitely it's worth looking at it before, right?
Even coming to Germany,
yeah. That's super cool. Yeah. Okay. So Kat says, baseball cap. Okay, that's a good idea. I will write it down. You see, I'm taking out my here notes to write things down here for ideas. I think it would be super cool if it's like a gray color cap or what. Smoothly.
Good job. Coming with the job offer, yes. So same thing. You will enter Germany with or without a visa. We will cover that in the video that's coming up, and then you need to apply for your work permit, which you will get based on having the work contract. It's a bureaucratic step which you need to take, and that just takes time currently more than usual, but it's absolutely doable.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We have a video about filing taxes, no?
Yes, we do.
Yes, okay. See, Kavira, so you can look into our channel already, and we already have a video and a guide talking about tips to filing taxes.
And how to file them.
How to file them, is it beneficial or not? What softwares can you use? So we have a detailed both guide and video that you can check out in our channel. What else? How's the Ausländerbehörde process? Okay, we already talked about the Ausländerbehörde process. But anyways, long story short, again, there's some delay currently in appointments, but that's unfortunately German-wide. And like Ivana already mentioned, it's best if you go ahead in advance and proactively find an appointment before you move, or within a good time frame, I would say. It's a hot tip right there. What else do we have here? Just moved to Germany 1st of December. China has been welcome. Hope you have not been shocked by the cold weather. It's been the coldest December in 10 years, as we have already mentioned. How to cope up with mood swings. That's interesting. So 2 things, we have a short about that. So one is that you could go to your house apps and ask for a blood test.
Including vitamin D.
Including vitamin D, it has to be a specific one. That one costs like 30 euros.
The vitamin D was like 27, yeah.
27, 30 euros. Because I have learned that low vitamin D also impacts humor or like mood during winter months. So then you could potentially buy supplements to take vitamin D. Another hack that we've heard from others is to have this daylight lamp.
Yeah,
that portrays kind of like pretends to having sun.
We have a video on how to cope with winter mentally if you're not used to it, where we discuss a few more things one can do.
Yes.
The best thing is to accept it and not fight it.
Yes, that unfortunately after 10 years, I have come to that conclusion as well. I'm from Brazil. The weather here, I guess it's different. Can you make a video on where to buy QWERTY keypad laptops in Germany, or do we go to the Netherlands for us? It depends. So I've been able to find them on Amazon. So unfortunately, that is sometimes the only way to go. If you are buying like a brand new laptop from maybe a Windows provider or Apple,
one can usually choose.
You can choose if you want QWERTY or QWERTZ, but it shouldn't be a problem. QWERTZ. I mean, if you go to MediaMarkt and Saturn and these shops, you won't find it. But if you look on Amazon, you will definitely find it, for sure.
Hello, Anna.
There's a very cute artsy cinema called Lumia. In Maastricht. It's so cute. And there's a bar cafe where you can have a nice date preview. Pre-movie. Nice date pre-movie. Not movie view.
Yeah, but... now I got it. Oh my God, it took me ever. Okay, so in Maastricht, huh?
That is super cool. Carl, I will write this down. Lumia. Cute movie place. Did I spell this right? Cute movie place.
Oh, thank you. I was just reading here the comments. Thank you so all very much for your beautiful, appreciation of what we do. Your German favorite state, Jen?
NRV, obviously.
But that's not how you usually say it. How do you usually say it?
NRV. I mean, it's biased, right? I have not lived outside of Dusseldorf, to be honest. Dusseldorf is the first city that I landed when I got to Germany.
And you never left.
And it's the place where I'm going to die. No, I'm kidding. That's how much I'm committed to Dusseldorf. No, I'm kidding. And to be honest, I don't know. I feel like the South might be a bit too conservative for me sometimes, and a little bit more religious than I would like.
But that's also just what we think, right? We've never lived there, so this is just hearsay.
Yeah, of course. I would say the impressions that I have is because while visiting some towns in the South, I saw a lot more religious displays and paintings, a lot more than what I like here. I see a church and that's it, right? Versus in the South and some of the towns was really very predominant, I would say. And the North, I would say too cold. But again, I'm super biased, right? Because I haven't lived outside of Dusseldorf, so I can't say, to be honest. So it's a lie. Dusseldorf for the win, but I don't know the rest. Yeah, also, you can also, talking about the keyboards again, of course, you can change the language and then you just get used to that the Z is the Y and vice versa. More difficult for U.S. citizens to find jobs with job seeker visa?
So I would say the age is not that of a big challenge in Germany, being over 40 to find a job. It depends a little bit if you want to find a job in an industry that you already have experience in, or you want to start fresh. Both is possible, but of course the second one will be more challenging. And I mean, we've heard both. We've met U.S. citizens that found a job from abroad and moved with it, but also who arrived and then found a job here. So it really goes both ways. It's more of a question on the residence permit, which we will discuss in the upcoming visa video.
Yes. Ooh, super interesting question from Sheriff, which is like, can you make a video about the different German dialects? So I would say that it's a really big project. And Passport 2, I don't know if you know their channel, yeah. They actually went out and they created a whole video about the different dialects with examples, with local people actually speaking it and explaining a little bit how it changes. So if you go to Passport 2, they have a video about that. I would say for us to do it, we can probably tell you the difference between the Rheinish and non-Rheinish, but that's about it.
I was going to say, I don't think we could create a better video than they did. So totally kudos, and please watch their video.
Yes, that is definitely, if you're interested into that as well. Can you please help me figure out the difference in Mahl and Zeit?
Do you mean Mahlzeit? That is one word, and that means like enjoy your food. It describes its meal time.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what it means. Maybe it's just the word dreimal and Dreizeit. No, I don't know. Maybe elaborate a little bit on it, Harley, and then we will do our best to answer it today. Thank you for your wishes. For those of you who are leaving, thank you so much. And we wish you also happy holidays. Is German allowing dual citizenship?
Not yet, but it's currently under heavy discussion, but like really heavy discussion. So who knows? We'll see what ends up being decided by the current government.
Yeah, it's still heavily discussed. The digital nomad visa. We don't know about that visa, but we can look into it. The video that we recorded doesn't touch on the digital nomad visa. Is there such a thing as a digital nomad visa?
I'm not aware about it.
I think
it doesn't mean it exists. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's maybe not our core.
Yeah, very fair point. Or maybe it's just like a job seeker visa could be. We don't know about it, to be honest. And Happy New Year, yes. Another question is, what do Germans like to receive as their
Christmas gifts?
Christmas gift.
And I was a little confused by the question, because I would say it's more like, what do the people that you want to gift appreciate as a Christmas gift? I wouldn't say it's nationality dependent.
Yes, I agree. And I would say, traditionally speaking, in German, though, you do, if you want to give something, you do give a Christmas card with it, of course. Chocolates is very popular.
Christmas card with it?
Yeah. But I would say for Christmas itself, well, first of all, I don't think you give Christmas presents to like all your colleagues, for example. That is not usually done. If you want to give a Christmas present to a friend, well, you would give what that friend likes. In offices, I have experienced that during the Christmas time and before, some people bake cakes or like a Christmas themed cupcakes or bring chocolates for the holidays. So those are the things I would say. But a specific traditional Christmas present. What you might get though in New Year's is a pig. That is actually quite traditional, and that apparently
a marzipan pig.
Yes, which you're not supposed to eat. Even though I love marzipan, you're not supposed to eat it.
I don't think it's that delicious either. They're not made for eating, really.
So then, why is it made out of marzipan? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyways, and the pig is supposed to represent good luck for the 2023 or the next year that's coming for sure.
There's glasses in every single German house. I think it's from IKEA.
Yeah, I think they're from IKEA. Yeah, that's true. Since we moved, if you don't know, our office is completely empty now because we're moving, and we packed our glasses because I usually love drinking water from the beer mugs because they're so practical.
So these are
big.
the office glasses.
Yeah, so these are the office glasses. It does exist, the digital nomad visa. I thought maybe they would know. Yeah, well, unfortunately we don't. Sorry to disappoint you. Of dearness allowance would be introduced. What is dearness allowance?
Pardon, where, what?
Do you think, considering the inflation in Germany, the concept of dearness allowance would be introduced? Does that mean, because we do know that there has been an allowance that companies have the option to provide to their employees?
Correct. Yes.
Is that what you mean? Because I don't know this concept, dearness allowance. But anyways, you can elaborate on that a little bit.
So companies have the option to pay out up to 3,000 euros to their employees, tax-free. So that's pretty much the big benefit, that it's tax-free, to combat, to balance out inflation somewhat. But that is really at the discretion of the company management. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Another Brazilian, he moving to Hamburg. Hamburg seems to be also more pumping. Exactly.
Yeah, Hamburg is a cool city. I'd say it's a really cool city. So that's pretty nice. Is native Android development skill is good enough to land a job in Germany with job seeker visa? I would say yes. You just need to find a company that builds an Android app. Of course. I think it depends. I work for a mobile app startup, and they actually use React Native for to launch both the app on iOS and Android. So it wasn't purely, but we did have a coder, a developer who was doing native Android apps before, and he got hired no problem with React Native. I mean, that was not an issue at all. So I would say you do have high chances for sure.
I would like to have more details on LGBTQ marriage partnership residency at some point. So as far as we know, marriage is marriage when it comes to residency. So it doesn't matter whether it's an LGBTQ marriage or a heterosexual marriage. So it would still be also reunification, family reunification. But we can dig deeper a little bit. I know we have also here a few other smoothlers in the comments or in the chat that are currently undergoing such a visa. So let's get more information, and once we do, we can share that with you.
Yeah. Ooh, another keyboard-related question, asking if I was struggling back in time switching from English keyboard to a German one, and except for the alphabet, the majority of shortcuts don't work. How do I deal with that? Okay, so I actually have a German layout on my keyboard because I didn't see why should I pay more to have an English one. And unfortunately, I can only speak for Apple. I don't know how it works on Windows, but on Apple, you can have different languages in the keyboard. And when I set it to US, which is a QWERTY, all the shortcuts actually work. They work without any issue. And if you don't know, there's in the quirky things Germans do, I talk about keyboards specifically. And I also mentioned how Germans, when you put the @ symbol, it's like this, you see a German doing like this in the keyboard because it's like Alt and then it's like super complicated, versus in the QWERTY one is the Shift 2. It's super easy. So for example, when I have the German keyboard and it's set to English, it works just fine. All the shortcuts that I need I haven't struggled with that directly. So maybe on Windows, I'm trying to think, when I had my laptop from this one company that I was working with Windows, it also was fine. I think it's just a matter of setting the right language in the operating system, and that everything else worked. Of course, you just need to get used to the fact that keys are somewhere else, right? In some cases. Yeah.
So we had here a question again about finding a job as a coder. So there is also a video coming up about the possible coding journey next year. where we'll go into more detail. But German is definitely not a hard requirement. It's always helpful, but it's shouldn't be the reason that you don't get the job if everything else fits. And then here's the question, because it's a 4-minute countdown until the World Cup final.
Dun, dun, dun.
France versus Argentina.
So I'm going for
France.
Argentina.
So there you go.
Yeah. Let's see. It's going to be a tough game, no? But are we going to watch it? No, we're not.
No.
We have to pack because tomorrow is the official moving day. So there's a lot of things we still need to take care of. But I'm pretty sure Yvonne will have some sort of...
I always watch the summaries.
Yes, and she will let me know. Super cool, Monica. Glad you were able to find some useful information in our winter clothing video.
Fantastic.
Oh,
here is a very hot topic. Wow, 4 minutes before the end, but let's touch it. Someone trying to move to Germany, coming from India. How bad is racism in Germany? We actually want to touch the topic in a dedicated video to illuminate it a bit in the way that we see it. And to be quite frank, there's racism anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you go. It just comes in different shapes, forms, and sizes, I would say. And it also depends a little bit on how you perceive your new world and whether you feel like you belong and you're part of it or not. So yes, there is racism, and we know people who have been discriminated.
I've also been discriminated against.
I've also been, I mean, everyone has, right? It's anywhere in the world. It just switches depending on where you are and how you behave and what the area is that you're in.
So I would say from my perspective, we want to make a dedicated video because I think it's also a very sensitive topic, and we would like to actually, because when speaking openly about it, one might say things that sound not how we intended, right? But I would say, even though I have felt discriminated, I wouldn't say it happens every week. I have maybe 2-3 instances, but it's not to the extent that I cannot live my happiest life in Germany, for example. It's not such a, at least here in Düsseldorf, from my personal experience, right? It's not a thing that happens that prohibits me from moving forward or doing stuff or getting loans or doing anything like that. It's not to that extent. Or getting a house, for example, not a house, but an apartment to live in. So I would say there is racism. Like anywhere else in the world, in Guatemala, there's tons of racism as well. But here, at least in my experience, it hasn't prohibited me from moving forward with my life. But we will make a video about that for sure. We have that on the list. It's just one of those topics that we need a lot more research and also hear points of view from other people as well, and not just ourselves, right? To give a little bit more information. Racism and also xenophobia. Yeah, same as well. Yeah, I can imagine. We'll tackle the topic. We promise. I thought mal means time like tiempo, and Zeit means time como tiempo. ¿Cuál es der Unterschied?
¿Cómo? What?
I thought mal means time like tiempo.
Zweimal, dreimal.
Yeah, and Zeit means time.
Like Uhrzeit.
Yeah, okay, so mal, it's like 3 times something. Like when you want to say, I'm pretty sure there's a grammatical explanation for this that uses nouns and adverbs or whatever. And Zeit is really just when you talk about
the
time.
Like the clock time.
Clock. Yeah. Or is it lunch time?
Yeah. Is it Mahlzeit?
Yeah.
Is it Zeit zum Essen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope that is a little bit clearer. 1 minute to go. First of all, like you all in the chat, Merry Christmas. Have frohe Weihnachten. Have a great time wherever you are with whoever you spend it. And as we say in German, guten Rutsch. Ne?
Guten Rutsch means a good slide, which is literally a good slide into 2023. If you do celebrate Christmas, we wish you the happiest of Merry Christmas. If you don't, we wish you a very nice holiday season. I hope you have some days off at least to enjoy the last years of the days of the year, which I think is important to decompress and to start fresh for 2023. We also heard from Anna, actually, that in Russia, actually New Year's is the Christmas. So there's no Christmas, but it's like New Year's Christmas. So if you are from that part of the world and you have that tradition as well, we wish you a good New Year's Christmas. Yeah. And yeah, thank you so much again for your support. Thank you for joining us today. World Cup has officially started. Have they whistled?
I don't know, but we don't want to stop you from it. So thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us.
Yes.
A busy Sunday, I can imagine, for many.
Yes.
As Christmas time seems to be a bit more
busier
busier
than usual.
And we will not be releasing a video next week.
Yes,
we will see each other again on the 2nd of January. And until then, we wish you all the very, very best and
Yes.
appreciate you.
Yes, highly, highly true. What else can we say? The typical cheers. Guten Rutsch.
Oh, I don't want to end it.
Yeah, I also don't want to end it. We can let the live stream here for hours as we're packing. No kidding. We will go now. But anyways, we're looking forward to making more videos in 2023, and every topic is highly appreciated. And yeah, thanks for everything, people.
Cheers.
Smoothners. I shouldn't say smooth. Okay, now you can say cheers. Cheers.